yacht charter is the ultimate luxury escape, whether you're a first-time charterer or a seasoned guest. Chartering a yacht is about more than just stepping on board. It's about expert guidance and seamless service. IYC's global team of charter retail brokers expertly matches clients with their dream yachts, consistently booking thousands of days of charter per year across hundreds of contracts. We ask, what is behind the perfect charter? Let's find out.
A yacht charter is more than just a vacation. It is something completely customized to your own preferences, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Yacht charter is a vacation on a privately owned yacht that we organize for our clients, and they get to spend usually a week on board, enjoying all the amenities on the boat, the water toys, the cabins, and get the feeling of being a yacht owner, but with the flexibility of just being able to show up with their suitcases and just enjoy the yacht and then leave on the last day and not have to worry about all the maintenance and the things that yacht owners have to deal with and keep up with.
When a client is new and never chartered before, it's to really for them to understand that it's tailor-made for them. So often they can ask questions like, what's going to be the itinerary? Is it going to be a fixed itinerary, or can we change that during the time during the charter? What is important is where they start and where they finish. And the rest is according to if we're following the laws and regulations, the client can really decide exactly what they want to do and how they want to do the charter.
I think the biggest misconception about a yacht charter is that you have to be a billionaire to charter a yacht. There are so many different variations of the yachts. You have catamarans, you have sailing yachts, you have smaller motor yachts. Yes, you have the absolute mega yachts, but you have such a wide variety of yachts that you can charter. And I would say that you obviously work with your charter broker, but establish that budget and then see what you have available within that.
The beauty of chartering is that you can go almost anywhere, and the key is to align the client's preference with the perfect time to be there.
I would say, in my opinion, I think the Mediterranean would be the most popular destination as a whole. It's a large area, obviously, where you have Greece as a top destination, south of France, Amalfi Coast, Sardinia, Corsica, etc. Then you have the Caribbean, which will be a winter destination mostly. The Bahamas, which is a very nice summer destination, actually. It's beautiful there in the summer. And then we have up and new coming destinations as Indonesia, the Komodo archipelago, for example, which is a great summer destination, and Thailand, Maldives, etc. The list is long.
So destinations that clients aren't necessarily considering are places a bit further afield. So somewhere like Indonesia, you've got the most incredible wildlife, sea life, and amazing snorkeling.
A typical day on board, so you're waking up, you're heading to the back of the boat, you're having breakfast, and then what I would do, go for a swim, come back on board, enjoy the sun, have a drink or two, go and play some water sports, come back on board, go for lunch, or even go to a local restaurant. If you're in the south of France, you have a wealth of beach clubs, variety of beautiful restaurants to go to. Come back on board, more water sports, and then dinner on board, or a party on board, or dinner, on land as well. There's such a variety that you can do, and the best thing about chartering is that it's so bespoke to what you want to do.
So there isn't a minimum or a maximum of days for a charter, from 4 hours to a month-long charter. It doesn't matter. It just depends on what the client is looking for. And then we try to find the boat that can accommodate those days. I would say most popular is a week charter. And then depending on what your destination is, there could be opportunities or recommendations to extend it so that you're able to maximize your time in that destination.
So the minimum and maximum length of a yacht charter really does depend on what time of year you want to charter. So through July and August, I would say it'd be a minimum of a week, predominantly in the Mediterranean. when you're coming to the Caribbean, they're a little bit more flexible, but during Christmas, New Year's, you're looking at between 10 days to 2 weeks. The yacht charter will usually be a week rate. So we have, let's say the week rate is 100,000. On top of that, we collect 35 to 40% of that number for the onboard expense account that the crew uses to provision the yacht for the guests, buy all their food, drinks, and when the charter is over, there's usually some money left over in that, and then that money can be returned to the client or rolled into a crew tip. Their other expenses would include the tax based on the country of origin of the charter. So, Greek tax is different from Italian tax and different from Bahamas tax. So we collect that tax. And then in addition to that, there would be a gratuity to the crew, which is customary but at the client's discretion.
An APA is also referred to as the Advanced Provisioning Allowance, and it is charged on top of the charter rate. Out of the Advanced Provisioning Allowance is the provisions for the charter, which includes food and beverage, fuel, dockage, any sort of incidentals relating to that trip. At the end of the trip, the captain will put together an itemized report of all of the receipts that happened during the charter, and he will present that to you as a charter client at the end of your trip and have you sign off on it. Any remaining balance from the Advanced Provisioning Allowance is returned back to you as the charterer at the end, or it can also be contributed towards gratuity. It depends on how you prefer to handle.
So seasonal price differences in anything in hotels, Airbnbs, you'll always get a time of year where you're going to get a bigger surcharge of people coming in, and that is the seasonal price difference. So July, August, the Mediterranean, and then you have Christmas and New Year's, which tend to be the high season for the Caribbean, Bahamas. That's pretty much the simple way of doing it.
So the seasonal price differences will fluctuate with popularity of booking time. So in the low seasons, when not a lot's going on in the winter, or on either end of the summer season, we do offer special rates for guests. And when it's busy and there's not a lot of boats around, it's supply and demand.
There is different VATs in different countries. Certain destinations, they don't have VAT at all. For example, the Caribbean. And then in Europe, we have from 22% to 5.2%, depending on the destination.
Tips are standard and they're a very meaningful way for the clients to say thank you to the crew. I usually advise my clients to give a tip of 10 to 20% for an excellent service to the crew. And believe me, the crew deserves this tip because they work so hard to offer a seamless experience.
If you want to do New Year's, I would say between 6 to 10 months in advance. A year is good, but 6 to 10 definitely. For the Mediterranean, again, probably 6 to 10 months in advance, you want to start to look at options. You then get the best availability, you get the best options that are going to be fit for your group.
So the first step with booking a charter is going to be contacting a charter broker. And we've got an amazing team of charter brokers here at IYC that can assist with that. And then we go through the process of selecting the best yacht for your needs. The information that helps us get started to find the right yacht is your best days, where you want to go, and how many people you want to take with you. And of course, what your budget is, where you want to target your experience. And then from there, we'll go through, make recommendations on the best yacht for your needs. Then we'll go to contract. Once we go to contract, we'll start working on the fun stuff, which is going to be working on preference sheets, contacting the captain to talk about your itinerary. And then before you know it, you'll be on board.
So when considering a yacht charter, it's super important to consider the makeup of your group. Are there any children? And the crew. The crew really make an important part of the charter and the charter experience. So standardly, we use amoeba agreement across the Caribbean and the Mediterranean. this is a standardized agreement. I would always recommend looking out for the special conditions, anything that would be unusual, any special requests from the owner of the vessel, and also you can add your own special conditions to that contract.
It's really important to tell your charter broker when you're looking to charter about what your expectations are for that trip. It could be a family trip with kids and you'd like to have lots of water toys and a crew that's really fun to take them in the water and go out on the tender and water slides and things of that nature. If you're looking for more of a formal charter with couples, perhaps it's better to look for boats that cater more specifically to couples.
The preference sheets go over all of the things to customize your charter for your needs. So that's going to be all the food that you want to have on board for you and your guests, the beverages that you want to have for your guests as well, alcohol, sodas, wines. That is going to talk about how you guys like to spend your time on board. If you are an active person, if you want to go hiking, if you want to have massages on board the yacht, there's opportunities for personal information about you guys as far as your passports and details about when you arrive so that we can arrange the transportation to get you from the airport on board your yacht.
KYC in short means know your customer, know your client. It basically is a way for the banking system to know who is transacting in every contract that we sign. So it's basically providing some paperwork proving that there is no money laundering involved or any unwanted business. And it's just a formality that everybody needs to go through nowadays. So it's very common practice.
So as charter brokers, we are true charter consultants and we know the ins and out of the industry. It's not just about the glitz and glam that you see on social media. We truly are on the ground and we know the inside scoop. We visit all the yachts, we visit the destinations just to make sure that the clients are getting that true tailored experience.
It just comes down to information. That's what a charter broker has. He knows the boats, he knows the captains, he knows the crew, he knows the owners. So he's the person who will let the charter know what's actually going on. So what actually a broker does, he consults his client on what the best choice is.
The support that what we offer is from immediately the time that you give your inquiry to us, we are with you until the time that you step off of that boat, until the time that you come back to us to then book your next charter. So it is from the time that we're looking through boats, looking at different variations, looking at crews, looking at food, until you're getting onto the boat. Throughout the boat charter, I'm always checking in with clients, speaking about what they're up to, looking at pictures. They get off the boat, we make sure that everything is done, sealed, everything is okay with the APA. Following up again, seeing what they're doing for like a few months' time. And yeah, that support kind of never ever finishes. We're always there in the background for them whenever they want to come back on board. So I would say it's pretty much year round.
So we're constantly getting on board the yachts. And then it's amazing because some of the yachts, when they're traveling through, they'll invite brokers and have an open house day. So once a month in the Florida area, we'll have yachts that organize monthly opportunities for multiple charter boats to get together so we can walk through and learn the crew, sample some of the chef's meals, walk through the boats and get really familiar with what they have to offer on board.
So I would say having that finger to the pulse of what's going on that boat is absolutely imperative to your business and to your client, just so you know that you are proposing the best boat for that client.
I think sets us apart is our experience. We are spread all over the world. Me, for example, I have 20 years of experience as a charter broker, but I also have my colleagues all from San Diego to Dubai or to Greece, etc. It's a phone call away. So if I don't have personally had a charter on that specific yacht in the past, I can pick up the phone, I can call a trusted broker that I know personally, that I have a relationship with, that would tell me the truth about that specific yacht, so I could actually be more certain where I should put my client or recommend which yacht I should recommend to my client.
The benefit of working with IYC is that we have so many resources at our fingertips. We have access to a global MLS with current information on when boats are booked and when they were refit and all the pertinent information that helps our clients make decisions.
IYC's global presence benefits our clients because there's such a supportive team around us, and we can offer lots of very unique experiences with a lot of our preferred partners in locations around the world.
I think something that sets IYC apart is our big push on technology. I think we have the latest and greatest systems in place to kind of help facilitate that booking process and allow us to gain more knowledge as well.
Tell us where you would like to charter. If you don't know where you want to go, but you have a week in mind, I can make suggestions on destinations depending on the time of year. And basically, I'm a matchmaker, but for yachts.